Hello and welcome back to the Drake and Josh podcast. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Trevor.
And today we watched Paging Dr. Drake, where Drake impersonates a doctor.
He does, and that can send you to jail.
Yeah, they repeat that multiple times through the episode. Great episode, though.
It was a very good episode, actually.
It made me laugh so hard. I loved
that.
it. But you guys heard that clink in the beginning because we are both drinking mixed drinks, different drinks. Usually we have the same drink, right?
Yeah, we almost always have the same drink. Well, at the very least.
Unless we're drinking leftover beer. and then it's random.
It varies crazy. But that's still, we're both drinking beer.
Yeah.
So it's like.
So I made drinks for me, Trevor, and Abby. And I'm drinking a Cuba Libre.
I'm having a whiskey sour.
And Abby has a pre-mixed margarita. But I crushed the ice.
Abby is here actually for this one.
Abby is here, yeah. She's off mic, but she's here in case she needs to chime in.
They can't hear you, I don't think.
Yeah, so the beginning of this episode started with a bunch of nonsense, really. I don't think anything was important. Did you take any notes in the beginning? Right, the People for Chicken's Rights.
Yes.
The PETA knockoff.
They were talking about how Drake likes to get Josh into, quote, situations. They very much like the word situations in this opening.
So he was in some sort of chicken wing eating contest, right?
Yeah. Drake entered him into a chicken wing contest.
Yeah, and then like this basically PETA group showed up.
Apparently he was going to win. Josh was going to win.
Yeah, and what did they do to him?
They threw him in a lake.
Nice. Classic. As you do.
As you do. As PETA does.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What were they called?
The PFCR. People for Chicken's Rights.
PFCR.
Yeah.
PFCR?
Yeah, exactly.
PFCR.
Speaking of PETA, did you hear that they're wanting to change people's dialogue?
Like two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
It's like
bring home the
feed
bacon.
two birds with a scone. Or something like that. Have these disgusted look in the back.
I don't understand how that even hurts animals though. Like, what's the problem?
It doesn't.
What's the problem with that?
PETA's a bunch of assholes that put down dogs for no reason. So
yeah, I don't know. I just found it weird.
You heard about that, right?
No.
They stole someone's dog off of their porch and then put it down.
Why?
Because they thought it was being air quote mistreated because it was outside on the porch.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dogs love the outside.
Exactly.
You know what I saw today? I saw a video on Reddit that was like these terriers that were just killing a bunch of rats in a farm field. It was awesome.
That's cool. I didn't see that.
Yeah,
one.
They were like doing what they're bred to do. It was the instinct that you could see in that video was wild. This really tiny one was a fucking rat killer.
You gotta love it, man. That's why they're tiny. They can get into the small spaces.
Yeah,
where the
it was
rats
really
are.
crazy. There was a lot of rats underground. I didn't know rats just lived under the dirt.
Well, yeah.
I didn't know. It was weird to see.
That's pretty cool.
I watched the whole video. It was like 6 minutes long.
I gotta find that when I get home. I woke up at 11 today after sleeping for 11 hours.
Yeah, you've been working all day, huh?
Yeah, I was working 19 hours yesterday.
That's a long day,
It
man.
was a long day.
Semi-illegal. Abby's looking into it as we speak.
I mean, I got a lot of breaks.
There you go.
I got a lot of breaks.
I don't think that...
where I literally just went and sat and played Smash,
thought about life.
Either played Smash Bros or took a nap.
That's cool though.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy getting paid for that much.
Hell yeah.
work. Yeah.
Getting some cash.
But it's good. It's a good deal. Anyways, Drake and Josh.
Yeah. So then it cuts into basically the first scene past the credits, where Josh is doing some workouts. He's trying to get fit.
He's got some big old dumbbells, actually.
Yeah.
Those like real old timey thick dumbbells.
Yeah, they were nice.
I don't know. I didn't like them.
His barbell was like very rubbery though.
Very much rubber. He went down to go pick it up and like put too much weight on it, and you could just see it bow down.
Yeah. Well, that's because he's been working out in real life, yeah? Because he's slimming down past season 1 and 2.
Yeah, I guess so. It was funny, though, because he was jogging in place, and you could see his moobs bouncing up and down.
Don't fucking shame him.
I'm not shaming him. It was funny.
Trevor, Abby? So.
Don't defer to Abby this whole episode. It's going to happen. You're going to keep going, Abby?
I just want to see if she has anything to chime in.
She's not paying attention at all. She's on her phone. She's going to cause interference with our microphones.
No, she'll be fine. And then Drake comes into the room, and he notifies Josh that he bought a potato gun for ages 6 to 12.
Which is not correct.
And it can shoot up to, what is it? Like 20 miles per hour or something like that? Or is it 20 feet?
80 feet, I thought is what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was crazy though.
Which is ridiculous speed.
It was very powerful.
Yeah. Potato guns generally are.
Yeah, so he starts playing with that and like taking it out of the box, and Josh continues his workout as you do.
And Megan comes in,
fucking with the thermostat,
wanting to turn up the thermostat because she's cold.
Yeah, this
the guys
is
are like, no, we're comfortable.
Subplot.
There's always the Megan subplot.
Yeah,
unless she's the main plot.
It's a useless subplot.
Very useless.
It literally only comes in then one other time in the middle, and then at the very, very end.
Yeah. It's just a weird little, okay, Megan's doing something.
I didn't like it. I liked the rest of the episode a lot.
Yeah. So
she shouldn't have been in it.
Josh starts to do a deadlift and has very bad form.
He was trying his best.
He lifts with his back. That's the best way to break your spine.
All back.
So he gets the barbell above his head.
Excellently.
Poorly.
He's tilting already.
And Drake fires the potato gun and hits him in the side.
Yeah.
Josh drops the barbell and crushes his foot.
Yeah. This was shot very quickly, so you weren't supposed to be able to tell if it hit or not. Trevor swears it didn't.
It did not hit at all.
We'll see. We'll do a rewind.
And it bounced.
Oh, yeah.
Like far away from him.
Did they put in a sound effect for it hitting the floor? You'd think they would have.
I don't remember.
I don't remember one either. I imagine, I guess they didn't.
I want to say
which is
they
weird.
did.
Because usually they like use too many stingers, but you think they would have threw one in there.
A bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were also on like the second floor, so somebody would have heard that shit.
I might have broken the floor, depending on how heavy
His
it
wood
was.
floors.
Yeah.
Damaged.
It wasn't even like a mat there. He was just on the rug.
Fuck. No mat. So.
Abby's still not paying attention.
So then the next part is them in the living room, the whole family having a nice living room day.
Yeah, and, which is kind of weird. They're all watching TV.
It was nice.
Drake wasn't even? No, he was.
He was there. Yeah.
Megan spots a bug.
Yeah, and she's like, "Josh, kill it." Or no, she tells her mom, and then the mom tells Josh to kill it, right?
And then Dad goes, "No, Josh, go kill the bug."
Yeah, because Josh tried to get Drake to do it.
For some reason, at first we were not sure what that was even about.
Yeah.
Because they did not make it clear that the foot breaking, or the supposed foot breaking, would be the key to this whole episode.
Yeah, so then he's
You're leaving me hanging.
What? No, I wasn't trying to. So then he struggles getting up, and he grabs his cane from behind the couch, and the family's like, "What the fuck's up with your cane?" And he's like, "It's for smashing the bugs."
Smashing in various things.
Yeah, because before he gets up, he tries to just throw an orange at the wall and hit the bug, and it doesn't misses. It would have been dope if it hit. But
That'd been
didn't.
Awesome.
So then he crushes it with the cane and then just fucking falls on his ass, and the family's like, "Whoa,
what happened?"
Yeah, and they're like, either Josh died right in front of us, or there's something wrong with his foot.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but then Megan's like, "Oh my God, Josh broke his foot, and he didn't want to go because he's blah blah blah."
Yeah, tattletale.
And then Josh is like, "I hate hospitals."
Yeah,
he's an anti-vaxxer.
He is an anti-vaxxer, a strong anti-vaxxer, which also we are too at the Drake and Josh podcast,
that is
right?
Not true at all. I am fully vaccinated. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's funny. But so then I
wonder if we lost any listeners.
We definitely lost half our subs. It's very polarizing.
Somebody heard that and immediately turned us off.
We're also flat earthers, so.
Oh yeah, straight up.
So then
are you kidding? I mean, you believe in the Earth? That's the thing.
Like, I mean, the moon is definitely fake. It's a projection.
The moon is the only thing that's real. The rest.
I've never heard that theory.
The Earth doesn't actually exist.
I thought only Australia didn't exist.
We're a projection off of the moon's surface.
Okay.
We exist in some weird computer simulation that the
Matrix
moon
style.
is running.
Yeah.
The moon is the core processor for our simulation.
I mean, I would believe it because who lives in an apartment with 2 Christmas trees, right? So that's got to be fake.
1, 2.
Exactly.
I like your guys' wreath, though, by the way.
Thank you. You can't see out of the peephole now that it's there.
That's okay. You don't need to.
Well, you banged very aggressive when you got here. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, that was because my hands were full, so I kicked.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, it was insane.
I kicked rather hard because my arms were getting tired. I brought too much stuff.
He had a fucking shitload of stuff.
Well, I had my food.
You had like 6 backpacks.
I had 2.
And a cooler.
My work backpack, which has like basic supplies in it, like my phone charger.
Yeah.
And then my clothing.
Right on.
I wasn't sure what was going on tomorrow. So I was like, I brought enough to like.
Just in case.
Just in case.
You always overpack.
I do. I have 2 hang-up clothes in the car as well.
For what?
I don't know.
What do you mean hang-up clothes?
Like a button-up shirt and a nice T-shirt that's on a hanger.
Where do you think we're going?
I have no idea.
Wait. We're going to Charlie's?
What? It's not that nice.
Charlie's Steakhouse. Oh. You
don't
need to dress up that much.
I did bring my nice boots, though. And
did you?
And a tie.
So, I mean...
it's the Space Invaders tie, but it's still a tie.
Okay. So we can go to like an arcade or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And dress up like 80s style.
Yeah. Dress up like in Ready Player One.
I haven't seen it.
You need to watch... Well, we should watch it.
I don't know if I want to.
It's a fun movie.
Is it, though?
It is. I enjoyed it.
It seemed fine.
It's fine. It's fun, though.
Yeah.
Especially with the amount of alcohol being consumed.
Well, my drink is empty right now.
You want to go make another one?
Can you actually pause this recording? All right, we're back.
We're back with fresh drinks.
I had to make a new drink because it was... I finished it. I was right at the end of my drink when we started, but I didn't want to get a new one because I didn't want it to be watered down.
Yeah. And then he also got Abby another drink.
Yeah, she blew through that frozen margarita. Trevor is really sipping his whiskey sour.
I'm enjoying it.
Which you do with a whiskey drink.
Yeah, this is a
I can't really give you gruff for that.
Yeah.
You know?
And also we're talking a lot, so it's kind of hard to sip and talk.
Yeah, I feel you.
But...
so what part were we at, Trev?
We are at the part where Josh kills the bug with his walking cane and falls over, and the family thinks he's dead.
Oh, right. And I wrote down the line that he says. He says, "This house is tilted" when he falls down. It's really funny. Like such a weird thing to blame it on, the house being tilted.
He's trying.
Yeah, it was great.
So they get him up and like, what happened? And then Megan rats him out like, oh, he broke his foot.
Yeah, so then they bring him to the hospital.
Well, no, they take a shoe off.
Yeah,
they take a shoe off, and it is swollen and 100% gangrene.
It's very
That thing is very gangrenous. It's ridiculous.
It's
green.
It's really hilarious looking.
It looks disgusting.
Yeah.
And if anyone's foot actually looked like it, like his did, they would lose it 100%.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
No doubt.
I think it was like 3 times the size in green and purple and yellow.
I don't think there was any green in it. I think that's your color blindness.
That's possible.
It was like only purple.
I'm pretty sure there was some green in there.
Well, maybe a couple hints.
Do we have some screenshots on this IMDb page?
Trevor's looking at some... he's trying to find some shots. Can't find it. There's literally not a single image.
There's like literally... Do you have images to add?
I guess no. Not. I think you probably have to have IMDb Pro to be able to do that stuff.
Don't we?
No.
We don't?
No. All of our stuff on IMDb was added from like the...
Oh, right. Okay.
Other people.
By the way, check out our IMDb pages.
You don't have to. There's nothing happening.
Can we add the podcast, do you think?
Not us. Not unless we get an IMDb Pro account.
I think we can.
You think we should invest? We're going to invest in that before we invest in just putting it on iTunes.
We really need to put this shit on iTunes.
Abigail?
It's really hard.
She's thinking about it.
We're working on it. It'll happen.
Yeah, maybe one day. But at the same time, our YouTube audience is there, and they're fine with it.
You guys are the best.
Yeah.
We love you guys, especially that guy who loved that we shout him out, the binge watching guy.
I just shout him out every episode because he liked that we shouted him out.
I mean, hey, it's
every time.
It's
audience engagement.
Yeah, community interaction.
Yeah, there you go.
And he so far is one of the coolest.
And that one guy, I think he fell off. What was his name? George or some shit?
I don't remember. I don't think he fell off.
He used to comment earlier. He doesn't comment anymore.
He doesn't?
No.
I don't check the
comments. He fell off. I do. I check them all the time.
I need to check the comments more often.
You don't need to. I got it. So.
That sounds suspicious.
I'm just replying to people with like really hateful things.
Hate crimes going on in the comments. Jesus Christ. Okay, we were both drinking at the same time. That was bad.
Abby had to cut those out last episode.
Well, now she can't. This one.
Yeah.
Doing your job for you, preventing you from having to actually cut stuff out. Because we talk about it.
So then they're in the waiting room of the hospital with the fam. And Josh is like, what's taking so long? And they're like, yeah, man, you got to get your x-rays and shit. And he's all nervous. He keeps trying to roll out of there.
Especially whenever they come through with like someone on a stretcher. It's like, oh, my God, oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
The nurse is like, what's wrong with them? The doctor's like, I don't know.
Yeah. How reassuring to hear. The doctor just has no idea what's happening. And there was just blood all over that patient.
Oh, that was disgusting.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
For a kid's show, that was disgusting.
So funny.
It was great. So the other doctor comes by and is like, "Hey, so your foot's not great."
Yeah.
Megan wants to know if they have to cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
And the real world answer would have been absolutely.
Yeah, they would have had to take it off,
They
unfortunately.
would have taken it off immediately. They wouldn't have even brought him back out in the waiting room. They'd have just been like, "All right, nope, this bitch is gone." Chop, chop.
Yeah, but in the show, they were like, all right, so it'll be quick surgery. We got to do a couple things. You'll be fine.
I thought they said it was pretty serious surgery.
Yeah, well, they said you had to have it if you wanted to be able to use your foot.
Yeah, which
But bing, bang, bosh, do the surgery. You're good to go.
And they managed to get a specialist in to do the surgery.
Which for some reason he didn't like.
Yeah.
They were like, there's going to be a specialist, and he tried to roll away again. Like, you'd think that would be, like, reassuring.
Yeah,
You'd be
it's like, no,
that's
this
good.
guy focuses solely on feet.
Yeah, he's like a foot
is
surgeon, which is
a little creepy, I guess.
Is it, though? I feel like it's a good profession.
I mean, it's a good profession, but, like, when you say it like that, he focuses solely on feet.
Is it because of the solely part? Like a sole of a foot?
I hate you.
So.
Gotten enough puns at work as it is, all right? I don't need them here, too. No, we always need the puns.
Yeah, so then it goes into the next scene where... Oh, no, wait. Actually, then the family leaves to go home for some reason. What did they need to go home for?
They were going to get Josh his laptop and some magazines.
Oh, right, yeah. So
because he was going to be waiting around for a few hours for the
operation to happen. And then Megan, before she leaves, just says, I hope you don't die, which, classic.
Which was also probably a lie.
Yeah, she probably does.
Well, she loved torturing them. So.
Just the well at the same time.
Because we're on the same wavelength, man.
So then they leave, and then Drake stays behind. He's like, yeah, man, I'll stay with you. I got you. And then he gets a text message from a chick to go night swimming.
Yeah, which means he was going to have sex in a pool.
Maybe. You don't know. Could have just been night swimming. Trevor, come on.
It was skinny dipping.
They're teens.
It was skinny dipping.
Well, probably.
Knowing Drake, I am doing really bad with the names.
You're doing what I did last time.
Knowing Drake with the way he is, it was 100% skinny dipping, or would have quickly turned into skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame him for leaving.
Yeah, so he books it out of there, and then a bunch of nurses pass him, which were not that attractive. The nurses that they saw, like the one looked about like 50-ish.
Yeah.
Which was kind of strange. She was like the one in shot.
Yeah, but he was like, oh, women.
Yeah, so then he stayed behind, and then it cuts to the scene where Josh is in his
hospital bed,
in his hospital room,
and he's reading WebMD. Yep, that's the word. I'm not doing good, dude.
So he's looking up different surgeries and stuff. He's seeing his procedure, and he's getting grossed out by it. So he closes that shit.
They scrape the flagella or whatever.
Yeah, some sort of bone.
Scrape the bones in his foot.
And then Drake walks in dressed as a doctor.
It's like, hello.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, doctor, I have a few questions for you. And he's like, he pulls the mask on. It's me.
Yeah.
Hey,
And he's saying like he was able to get like a bunch of numbers and shit like that.
He's got dates with women like all week or whatever because he's faking being a doctor.
Yeah, and then Josh is like, you can be arrested for pretending to be a doctor, right?
He's like, I'm not like impersonating a doctor. I'm pretending.
Yeah.
He's like, you didn't say the right line, so that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Whatever. It was a classic Drake not understanding a word.
Yeah.
Humor.
So then Drake tries to take off the scrubs and stuff. He's like, easy peasy, I'll just take this shit off. And then
Doctor walks in.
Yeah, the guy who's from Seinfeld, he played Jay Peterman.
Yeah.
He also does the dog shows on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, he does. That's right. I forgot about that.
And he's in like soap operas and shit. But
you
definitely recognize his voice.
He's funny. He's a very funny man.
Yeah, he's very funny.
He's got very dry, straight humor.
Yeah, so he starts to like read stuff to Josh about his surgery and stuff, and then he like turns to Drake and he's like, "And who are you?" He's like, "We haven't met."
I didn't realize I was interrupting, doctor.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, doctor.
Doctor.
I'm filling in. Then he's like, "Oh, you must be Pussball."
No, Dr. Nussbaum. And then when he repeats it, he thinks
Pussball. That's when he says Pussball. I couldn't think of Nussbaum. And it's like, oh, the youngest man to ever graduate from Harvard Medical School at 13. Which, is that a reference to
Doogie Howser?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Doogie Howser? Yeah. That was Neil Patrick Harris, wasn't it? Yeah.
They should have had Neil Patrick Harris guest star. That would have been dope.
That would have been awesome to have him.
Instead of the nameless actor they got at the end.
Who was that
Spoilers.
guy, even?
I have a note here that just says he passed away with a sad face.
That was
that mean?
after Drake is pulled away.
Yeah.
To go perform a surgery. We cut to Walter sitting in the waiting room.
Oh, right.
Reading a magazine, drinking some sort of drink, and he asks the nurse, "Hey, I want to know when's my son's operation?"
Yeah.
His name is Josh Nichols.
Yeah.
And she's like, she looks at her clipboard. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, he passed away." And Walter's like, "What the fuck? What?" And she's like, "Oh, Nichols. No, his operation's in a few hours. Sorry." And he's like,
the way she reads it is so funny. It's the most ridiculous
Walter
thing.
looks like he has PTSD and goes, "Okay, thank you." She's like, "Okay," and just walks off.
Doesn't give a fuck.
I mean, when you're in that profession for a little while, I'm sure you start to become
No way. You wouldn't read the wrong thing.
You would not read the wrong name. No, for
just
sure.
Nonchalantly, he passed away.
But like, if you fuck up like that, I'm sure she's mastered the art of just pretending like it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. So then the doctor, Jay Peterman, he brings in a bunch of other doctors to basically witness Dr. Nussbaum because he's so great and he's so young and he's the best at what he does, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he's a prodigy. So
Yeah.
it's like,
They're like, "We want to see you perform this foot surgery," and he's like, "No, I don't want to do that. I can't." And they're like, "Oh, classic joke."
classic joke.
Just every time he just tries to tell him he can't perform surgery, they're like,
Or
"This
he
fucking
says
guy."
something dumb.
Yeah.
Like whenever they're actually going to do the surgery.
Yeah.
Drake is like they're in there and Jay Peterman.
That's just what we'll call him. We'll just call him Jay Peterman.
Carlson, whatever. Jay Peterman is like, "All right, you want to go scrub up?" And he's like, "No, thanks. I took a shower this morning." And everyone's just like, "Ah, ha, ha, ha."
Or when they said that he grew up on a corn farm, and he's like, "Yeah, we grew corn on the cob, popped, creamed."
Oh my God, classic Nussbaum humor.
That was a pretty good joke.
He's such a jokester.
Yeah.
I actually really like that one. Mm-hmm. And then,
so they pull him away to do the surgery on somebody else's foot. A lot of foot surgeries in this hospital today. A lot of them are booked up.
Woman put her foot in a food processor.
Yeah. And they're like, "What is she cooking?" And he's like, I don't know.
The classic Jay Peterman, "I don't know."
Yeah.
But it makes you think. What?
I feel like he really was thinking. Great actor.
He is a fantastic actor who should be in more things.
He really should be. Well, now he just does the dog show, man.
Well, what else has he been in?
I don't know.
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
The X-Files?
I think everybody knows that he was in that.
Love Stinks.
Scroll down. Oh,
Huh?
Frasier.
He was in
They
Frasier?
can hear you. You can talk.
He was in Frasier. For the episode, he stole the story of how Frasier lost his virginity. Wrote about it for his own novel. Didn't credit Frasier.
Oh shit! See, I haven't really seen any Frasier except for a few episodes.
Look at how tiny that waveform is. I wonder if they can.
No, they can definitely hear.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, we say it every time, but like they can hear. Every
Abby,
time.
boost your own audio there.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah. So he was. I forgot about that episode. He was in Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he really hasn't been in that much.
He was the fancy gentleman in Mickey Mouse.
He's in a bunch of random TV.
The new Powderpuff Girls. Bleh. Archer, a couple of episodes. Never really watched Archer.
Me neither.
He was in Phineas and Ferb a bunch.
Trash show.
Wait, what?
What? That it's a trash show?
Oh, he's Dr. Doofenshmirtz's dad or brother?
None of this. I don't know what you're saying.
He's Roger Doofenshmirtz. You didn't watch Phineas and Ferb?
Of course I didn't.
Dude, Phineas and Ferb is dope.
Why would I have watched that show?
It's a classic show.
I'm an adult.
Wait for the Phineas and Ferb podcast coming
Hell
up.
no. Maybe on a one-off.
There's 104 days of summer vacation and school comes along no one?
No, of course not, Trevor.
Sad.
And none of our audience knows Phineas and Ferb.
Guys, I know you do.
Shout out in the comments if you hate Phineas and Ferb.
Shout out in the comments if you love Phineas and Ferb.
Shout out in the comments if you prefer a gas or electric stoves.
I hate that. We still haven't gotten.
It's a good meme.
It's our meme.
Good meme.
We have our own meme. Oh shit.
No one ever responds.
He was only in one episode of Drake and Josh. Interesting.
Well, yeah.
He was
when would he come back?
He was in What's New Scooby Doo.
Listen, can we move on from his fucking IMDb page?
No, I like this. What else do we got?
Yeah, so they continue with the surgery.
Okay, fine. So they go to start this. He's about to make an incision. Drake is on this lady's foot, and Josh walks in.
Yeah, he barges through the door
with a very racist accent.
Yeah, he does like some sort of weird Indian accent. Yeah, Josh is in there, and he pretends to be Dr. Nussbaum's assistant from Harvard.
I prefer colleague.
Yeah, because his wife prefers it or something.
No, his mom. Not to my mother.
Yeah. And then so he pulls Drake to the side, and he's like, why are you about to operate on this woman's foot?
I didn't know what to do. He's like, why didn't you tell him? It's like, I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah.
And so he's like, follow my lead.
Yeah, so they go back over to the table, and he starts to make the incision again.
And then Josh goes, I kissed your wife.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah, so
he's married, and then all the nurses are like, I'm supposed to go out with him. He made out with me.
Yeah. And then Jay Peterman just fucking loves it. He's like, you dog.
And then he's like, what can't this man do?
Yeah.
And the lady behind him is just like, yeah.
Yeah, she like loves it.
She's into it.
Yeah. And then they keep urging him to just go on with the surgery, like that Asian dude behind him with the insane
really
accent.
Thick accent.
So then they start to fight, and they eventually fight their way out of the room.
Yeah, they fight storming out.
Yeah, and then they end up back in Josh's
room.
Yeah, whatever it's called. I guess just room.
It's your room.
Is there no other term for it?
No.
Gotcha.
You get a room in a hospital.
Hospital room.
Fine, Josh's hospital room.
And then Josh takes off all the scrubs and stuff that he had on, and gets back into bed. And Drake begins to, but then stops because he starts talking to Josh again about how, hey, we just got out of this. Well, you fucking didn't. You didn't take your clothes off. And then the doctor comes into the room. Jay Peterman follows, as you would.
Oh, hello, Dr. Nussbaum. It's like, oh, I'm sorry about that with my assistant. Mm-hmm. You know how we doctors can get.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, but I ran into someone on the elevator.
Dr. Nussbaum, actually.
Well, they didn't say it, but whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's two cops that are behind him as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's illegal to impersonate a doctor.
And they like start to walk closer and closer to him as they're like, you're basically going to jail, you motherfucker.
Then Drake just straight up just leaps out the window.
Yeah, just straight out. He just leaps.
He goes he jumps and then just becomes like a plank. And just
full leap of faith, like Assassin's Creed style.
It was crazy. So he dies.
Yeah, he fucking dies.
And
but they cut to the next scene, and all he did was break his fucking arm and like
something
bruise his
happened
eye.
with his eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Josh has got a cast on his foot.
Yeah, he's all good to go.
And they're walking into their bedroom.
Yeah, and it's cold as fuck.
It's cold as fuck because Megan somehow rigged
plot line. So the subplot.
Megan somehow rigged up their AC to be super cold, but not affect the rest of the house for some reason.
31 and dropping,
which is stupid. How did she know exactly what temperature it was?
She keeps track.
She has a thermostat in the boys' room.
You know she's got her ways.
She's an insane person as well, just in a different way. But and then it's like, oh, actually we like it cold, so whatever.
Yeah, so like you didn't get us, and then they sit down on the couch and they're like, fuck it, we love the cold.
Let's watch some TV.
Yeah, so they turn on the TV and then it immediately starts fucking snowing.
Which is so dumb.
It snows indoors in their room.
It's like, what was it gonna rain? You said it. Was it gonna rain in their room that day or something? Or
apparently it was. So it snows on their asses.
And that's the episode.
Yeah.
We then had the end credit scene.
Yeah.
Which I think was the funniest joke in the whole episode.
It was good. You liked it the most? It was your favorite one?
I think it was one of my favorites, at least.
It was good.
It cuts back to when Josh breaks his foot. Like right after he drops the dumbbell, Drake goes to pick him up and be like, oh my gosh, we need to get you to the hospital. And he's like, Josh does a really weird voice.
Yeah, he's basically saying that he doesn't want to go to the hospital.
I'm okay or something like that.
So he sits in the computer chair.
He sits in the computer chair, and then Drake's like, I don't know what happened. I thought it wasn't supposed to go off until you pressed this.
Uh-huh.
and then Josh grabs it, his new potato gun, and throws it out the window.
Yeah.
Which was great. And then you hear it crash, and all of a sudden, potato flies back up through the window and hits Josh in the foot.
Yeah, just perfectly. Great toss. Perfect toss.
I wonder how many takes that took.
I don't know, because I'm hoping it just did it on the first one. Because if not, they did a shitload of takes for it to just be deleted, which is a shame.
To be delegated
but
to
that
a
is
shitty
probably what
end-credit
happened.
scene. Yeah.
But it hit him perfectly, which is pretty great.
It was very good physical comedy.
Yeah, it was.
Not a ton of physical comedy in this one. A good amount.
There was some, yeah. I mean,
whenever his foot was broken,
foot destroyed. Yeah,
but the most of the time with him being with his
a lot of it were the lines. The lines were great.
The lines were great. Also, he was in the wheelchair and in the hospital bed for the majority of the episode.
Yeah.
So,
so what do you rate this out of 10 Quatlers?
I cannot remember what I've given any of the other
Doesn't
episodes.
matter.
I'm gonna say a solid 7.5. No, an 8.
Yeah.
I'm giving this an 8 out of 10 Quatlers. It was very funny.
I'll give it an 8.5. I laughed a lot and I loved it. And this is a very memorable episode. I remembered all of it. It was great.
It was a good episode.
I was looking forward to this episode for a while.
We finally are getting to the ones that you really love.
They're all great. They're so good,
Some
man.
of the
They're so
season
funny.
ones, though.
Well, no. I mean like the late seasons.
Yeah. Well, we're only in what, season 3?
Yeah, season 3. Like mid to late season 3 by now.
Out of what season? There's 4 seasons.
There's 4
right?
seasons, yeah.
We still have. Wow, we have a bunch of episodes to go.
Yeah. But it was a great episode. I liked it a lot. A lot of funny scenes, a lot of funny lines. Great cast, great guest stars and stuff with J. Peterman there.
For sure.
And that Asian doctor, he was hilarious.
Wonder who he was.
I don't know. Oh yeah, who do you want to shout out?
Well, hold on, I'm gonna see.
Who's that guy? Shout out John O'Hurley, who was J. Peterman. He did a great job.
Yeah, I always love him, and whatever he's in, I love him. Whatever.
It doesn't look like he was credited. The Asian dude.
Asian dude does not seem to have been credited. No.
Scroll down. Who do you want to shout out?
I'm gonna do casting.
Cheryl Levine.
Cheryl Levine. You did a good job with casting by getting J. Peterman.
Yeah.
What's his real name? John O'Hurley.
Oh, scroll down. Is there stunts?
Stunts. Wow, this is actually an actual...
Oh, there it is. Michael Cassidy, stunt coordinator, did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job.
A lot of stunts. The jumping out the window, the weight drop, the potato hitting the foot perfectly. I'm going to count that as a stunt.
I'll count that as a stunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably did that. Special thanks to Lisa Lennon.
There you go.
No idea why. Just
special thanks.
She's just in the special thanks. So,
but yeah, it was a great episode.
I enjoyed it.
Glad to be back recording eps.
Yeah.
Always been busy and stuff like that, at least recently.
But yeah,
it's
guys,
the holiday season.
'Tis the holiday season.
So thanks for listening, guys, and go watch some Drake and Josh.